I have a hot take. Success at all costs is not success. Let me explain. Imagine having a goal that you want so badly, whether it's a certain income goal, buying a property, living abroad, whatever that goal is. Imagine you've put that on a pedestal and you are now laser focused on achieving it. And you are determined to get it. So you cut out everything in your life that is not going to help you get to that goal. And that means not spending as much time with loved ones. That means not taking care of yourself, not working on your mental health. And you ruthlessly cut out things from your life in order to achieve that goal. You sacrifice your health. You don't work out as much. You don't sleep enough. You're not eating well. You sacrifice your mental health. You don't go to therapy. You don't meditate. You don't do all the things that you need. You also don't see your loved ones either. So you cut off your connections and you just ruthlessly work towards this goal. Yes, I think you probably could achieve success and you could probably cut the time that you achieve it shorter. But then when you do finally achieve it, how is that going to feel? Because I can tell you, whenever I have put a goal on a pedestal and I achieved it, it's fun for maybe a day if you're lucky, or maybe a couple days if you're really, really lucky. But then after that, you look around and you're like, okay, what's next? You just keep moving the goalpost. Meanwhile, if you now have horrible physical health, horrible mental health, and you have no one around you, is that really a life you want to live? That's why my hot take is success at all costs is not success, because you don't want to look up one day and be like, what is my life? Why do I have no one around me? Why do I not recognize myself anymore? Why do I feel so sluggish? And why has my health deteriorated so much? I just don't think it's worth it at that cost. And obviously that's a very extreme end. And I don't think you watching this now is going to do this. I don't foresee you cutting out your family members, cutting out all your friends and doing that. But I just wanted to play that out for you because a lot of the times we do micro actions that will eventually lead to that. Maybe we'll bail on friends. Maybe we won't see our loved ones. Maybe we will sleep 4 hours a week in order to get some stuff done. Well, in the short term, that might be okay. In the long term, it does snowball and it adds up. You've probably heard entrepreneur stories where they're super successful, like Elon Musk or Steve Jobs. They've accomplished some amazing things. And by societal standards, yes, they are successful, but at what cost, right? A lot of them have really interesting personal lives or maybe no personal lives at all. And you have to not just look at their success, but you have to look at their entire life. A mentor of mine told me, yes, you can idolize them, but you can't just idolize their success business-wise. If you're sitting here and you're saying, oh, I want to be the next Steve Jobs, or I want to be the next Emily Weiss, or I want to be the next whoever, you cannot just take into account their business success. You have to take their whole personal life. And a lot of the times I would look at their personal life and be like, you know what? I don't want that. I don't want multiple divorces. I don't want all this stuff. It's interesting because we do put success on such a pedestal, but we don't often talk about the cost it takes to get there. And so I wanted to talk about it in this video because it's easy for me to sit here and be like, you know what? I don't really want that. But for a long time, I thought I did. And so I wanted to challenge a lot of society's beliefs of success and this notion of success at all costs, because at one point it's like, what's the final straw? How much are you actually going to give up in order to achieve this thing? And do you actually want these goals, or is it just what society tells you should do? It's hard because we are conditioned and programmed at such a young age to climb the corporate ladder, buy property, get married, have kids. This is programmed in us. I think it is important to sit down, get quiet, think about what you really want. And then if it aligns with what society prescribes to you, that's great. But at least you know it's also what you want and you choose this. You're actively participating in this versus just blindly following the path. I'm really, really passionate about this because with my previous business, I was really influenced about what I saw around me. And I would blindly apply best practices. I'd be like, this person's doing this, so I'm going to do this too, without really thinking about what their goals were and where they were at with their life and what resources and budgets they had at their disposal. Because let's face it, everyone has different situations. And yes, there are best strategies and best practices, but you cannot blindly copy them and follow them without really thinking through if it makes sense for you and your business. And so in this new 2.0 era of my business, I'm really trying to sustainably grow and scale my business to achieve my version of success. And I'm helping my clients do the same thing. If we aren't working together yet, I wanted to make sure I could still support you. So I'm super excited to announce that I have released a new mini course called Your Success Roadmap. In this mini course, it's exactly what it sounds like. We're going to get quiet, get introspective, figure out what your version of success is. And then we're going to assess where you currently are at. And likely there's going to be a bit of a delta, but we're going to work together to figure out a roadmap for you so that you can actually achieve it and not achieve it at all costs. You're going to do it so that it works for your lifestyle. It works for your time capacity, whether you are a mom right now or whether you're planning to have kids or whether you have a full-time job and this is side income. We're going to make sure it works for you. You can register and enroll for free at selenaho.com/roadmap, or you can also click the link down below. I'm really excited for this mini course because I don't think there's enough narrative out there nowadays that success at all costs is not really success. As I'm doing this 2.0 version of my business, I want to make sure I'm being more intentional because at the end of the day, again, success at all costs, I really don't think is worth it, at least for me and for a lot of my clients and for you watching this too. I believe that you want a fulfilling life, and fulfillment means that you can maintain your lifestyle, whether that's traveling, taking care of kids, making sure you're not chained to a desk 24/7, because likely that's not why you quit your job to do your business. You likely quit your job because you wanted more freedom. Making sure it works for your lifestyle, but of course, making sure you can sustain yourself financially as well. That's a big part of it. And then also figuring out a way where you can do it where it's sustainable for the planet too. That's really what I'm about, and that's why I'm so excited about the Your Success Roadmap. I really do think it's possible achieving your vision of success while having a more balanced approach and sustainably growing your business. And that's what we're all about. I'm really excited for you to dive into the mini course, Your Success Roadmap, completely free, and you can enroll at selenaho.com/roadmap. You can also click the link down below too.